Good morning. Today's Bible reading comes from Deuteronomy 29 through 31. All right, let's get into it. These are the terms of the covenant that God commanded Moses to make with the people of Israel in the land of Moab, renewing the covenant he made with them at Horeb. Moses called all Israel together and said, "You've seen with your own eyes everything that God did in Egypt to Pharaoh and his servants, and to the land itself, the massive trials to which you were eyewitnesses, the great signs and miracle wonders. But God didn't give you an understanding heart or perceptive eyes or attentive ears until right now, this very day. I took you through the wilderness for 40 years, and through all that time, the clothes on your backs didn't wear out." Sorry about that, folks. The sandals on your feet didn't wear out, and you lived well without bread and wine and beer, proving to you that I am in fact God, your God. When you arrived here in this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, met us primed for war, but we beat them. We took their land and gave it as an inheritance to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. Diligently keep the words of this covenant. Do what they say, so that you will live well and wisely in every detail. You are all standing here today in the presence of God, your God, the heads of your tribes, your leaders, your officials, all Israel, your babies, your wives, the resident foreigners in your camps who fetch your firewood and water, ready to cross over into the solemnly sworn covenant that God, your God, is making with you today, the covenant that this day confirms that you are his people and he is God, your God, just as he promised you and your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm not making this covenant and this oath with you alone. I am making it with you who are standing here today in the presence of God, our God. Yes, but also with those who are not here today. You know the conditions in which we lived in Egypt and how we crisscrossed through nations in our travels. You got an eyeful of their obscenities, their wood and stone, silver and gold junk gods. Don't let your guard down, lest even now, today, someone, man or woman, clan or tribe, gets sidetracked from God, our God, and gets involved with the no-gods of the nations, lest some poisonous weed sprout and spread among you, a person who hears the words of the covenant oath, but exempts himself thinking, "I'll live just the way I please, thank you," and ends up ruining life for everyone. God won't let him off the hook. God's anger and jealousy will erupt like a volcano against that person. The curses written in this book will bury him. God will delete his name from the records. God will separate him out from all the tribes of Israel for special punishment, according to all the curses of the covenant written in this book of Revelation. The next generation, your children who come after you, and the foreigner who comes from a far country, will be appalled when they see the widespread devastation, how God made the whole land sick. They'll see a fire-blackened wasteland of brimstone and salt flats, nothing planted, nothing growing, not so much as a blade of grass anywhere, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboiim, which God overthrew in fiery rage. All the nations will ask, why did God do this to this country? What on earth could have made him this angry? Your children will answer, because they have abandoned the covenant of the God of their ancestors that he made with them after he got them out of Egypt. They went off and worshipped other gods, submitted to gods they never heard of before, gods they had no business dealing with. So God's anger erupted against that land, and all the curses written in this book came down on it. God, furiously angry, pulled them, roots and all, out of their land and dumped them in another country, as you can see. God, our God, will take care of the hidden things, but the revealed things are our business. It's up to us and our children to attend to all the terms in this revelation. Here's what will happen. While you're out among the nations where God has dispersed you, and the blessing and curses come in, just the way I've set them before you, and you and your children take them seriously and come back to God, your God, and obey Him with all your whole heart and soul, according to everything that I command you today. God, your God, will restore everything you lost. He'll have compassion on you. He'll come back and pick up the pieces from all the places where you were scattered. No matter how far away you end up, God, your God, will get you out of there and bring you back to the land your ancestors once possessed. It will be yours again. He will give you a good life and make you more numerous than your ancestors. God, your God, will cut away the thick calluses on your heart and your children's hearts, freeing you to love God, your God, with your whole heart and soul and live, really live. God, your God, will put all these curses on your enemies who hated you and were out to get you. And you'll make a new start, listening obediently to God, keeping all His commandments that I am commanding you today. God, your God, will outdo Himself in making things go well for you. You'll have babies, get calves, grow crops, and enjoy an all-around good life. Yes, God will start enjoying you again, making things go well for you just as He enjoyed doing it for your ancestors. But only if you listen obediently to God, your God, and keep the commandments and regulations written in this book of Revelation. Nothing half-hearted here. You must return to God, your God, totally, heart and soul, holding nothing back. This commandment that I am commanding you today isn't too much for you. It's not out of your reach. It's not up on a high mountain. You don't have to get mountaineers to climb the peak and bring it down to your level and explain it before you can live it. And it's not across the ocean. You don't have to send sailors out to get it, bring it back, then explain it before you can live it. No, the word is right here and now, as near as the tongue in your mouth, as near as the heart in your chest. Just do it. Look at what I've done for you today. I've placed in front of you life and good, death and evil. And I command you today, love God, your God, walk in His ways, keep His commandments, regulations, and rules, so that you will live, really live exuberantly, blessed by God, your God, in the land you are about to enter and possess. But I warn you, if you have a change of heart, refuse to listen obediently, and willfully go off to serve and worship other gods, you most certainly will die. You won't last long in the land that you are crossing the Jordan to enter and possess. I call heaven and earth to witness against you today. I place before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life so that you and your children will live. And love God, your God, listening obediently to Him, firmly embracing Him. Oh yes, He is life itself. A long life settled on the soil that God, your God, promised to give your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Moses went on and addressed these words to all Israel. He said, I'm 120 years old today. I can't get about as I used to. And God told me, you're not going to cross this Jordan River. God, your God, will cross the river ahead of you and destroy the nations in your path, so that you may dispossess them. And Joshua will cross the river before you as God said he would. God will give the nations the same treatment he gave the kings of the Amorites, Sihon and Og, and their land. He'll destroy them. God will hand the nations over to you, and you'll treat them exactly as I have commanded you. Be strong. Take courage. Don't be intimidated. Don't give them a second thought, because God, your God, is striding ahead of you. He's right there with you. He won't let you down. He won't leave you. Then Moses summoned Joshua. He said to him, with all Israel watching, be strong. Take courage. You will enter the land with his people, this land that God promised their ancestors that he'd give them. You will make them the proud possessors of it. God is striding ahead of you. He's right there with you. He won't let you down. He won't leave you. Don't be intimidated. Don't worry. Moses wrote out this revelation and gave it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who carried the chest of the covenant of God, and to all the leaders of Israel. And he gave these orders. At the end of every 7 years, the year all debts are canceled during the pilgrim festival of booths, when everyone in Israel comes to appear in the presence of God, your God, at the place he designates. Read out this revelation to all Israel, with everyone listening. Gather the people together, men, women, children, and the foreigners living among you, so they can listen well, so they may learn to live in holy awe before God, your God, and diligently keep everything in this revelation. And do this so that their children, who don't yet know all this, will also listen and learn to live in holy awe before God, your God, for as long as you live on the land that you are crossing over the Jordan to possess. God spoke to Moses, you're about to die. So call Joshua. Meet me in the tent of meeting so that I can commission him. So Moses and Joshua went and stationed themselves in the tent of meeting. God appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud. The cloud was near the entrance of the tent of meeting. God spoke to Moses, you're about to die and be buried with your ancestors. You'll no sooner be in the grave than this people will be up and whoring after the foreign gods of this country that they are entering. They will abandon me and violate my covenant that I've made with them. I'll get angry. Oh, so angry. I'll walk off and leave them on their own, won't so much as look back at them. Then many calamities and disasters will devastate them because they are defenseless. They'll say, isn't it because our God wasn't here that all this evil has come upon us? But I'll stay out of their lives, keep looking the other way because of all their evil they took up with other gods. But for now, copy down this song and teach the people of Israel to sing it by heart. They'll have it then as my witness against them, when I bring them into the land that I promised to their ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey, and they eat and become full and get fat, and then begin fooling around with other gods and worshiping them, and then things start falling apart, many terrible things happening. This song will be there with them as a witness to who they are and what went wrong. Their children won't forget this song. They'll be singing it. Don't think I don't know what they are already scheming to do, and they're not even in the land yet. This land I promised them. So Moses wrote down this song that very day and taught it to the people of Israel. Then God commanded Joshua, son of Nun, be strong. Take courage, you will lead the people of Israel into the land I promised to give them, and I'll be right there with you. After Moses had finished writing down the words of this revelation in a book, right down to the last word, he ordered the Levites, who were responsible for carrying the chest of the covenant of God, saying, Take this book of Revelation and place it alongside the chest of the covenant of God, your God. Keep it there as a witness. I know what rebels you are, how stubborn and willful you can be. Even today, while I'm still alive and present with you, you're rebellious against God. How much worse when I've died. So gather the leaders of the tribes and the officials here. I have something I need to say directly to them, with heaven and earth as witnesses. I know that after I die, you are going to make a mess of things, abandoning the way I commanded, inviting all kinds of evil consequences in the days ahead. You're determined to do evil in defiance of God. I know you are, deliberately provoking his anger by what you do. So with everyone in Israel gathered and listening, Moses taught them the words of this song from start to finish. And we will get into that song tomorrow. As always, stay in touch with God today. Get in touch with Him. Do something kind today. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.